Hello, good morning, students. 2022 May IPE Telangana Physics Paper 1 will be given here, fully 50% choice question paper. In this paper, it consisting of very short answers. Total marks will be 60, whereas very short answers will be given here. That is 15 very short answers are given. Among the 15 very short answers, you have to write only 10, that is 10 into 2, 20 marks will be awarded for that section A, whereas for the section B, total 14 short answer questions are given. Among the 14 short answer questions, you have to write only 6, that is 6 into 4, that is 24, and then section C, which is 8 marks long answer questions. In this question paper, 8 marks questions will be given, 4 8 marks questions will be given here. Out of 4, you have to write only 2, 2 into 8, 16. So totally will be 20 plus 24 plus 16, that is total will be 60 marks question paper. It's a dead easy paper. Everybody can write this paper. That much of easy is there. In this year, due to the corona effect, 50% choice will be given here. Okay, let us discuss about this total paper. Hello students, the question paper IPE 2022 Telangana paper questions with answers given by the Board of Intermediate Education Telangana. Those are the questions here. We discuss the question with answers also. So the question number 1 is, what are the fundamental forces in nature? These are the best first chapter physical world question paper answer. The chapter name physical world. In this, the answer will be like this. We can write the fundamental forces in nature are gravitational force, electromagnetic force, strong nuclear force, weak nuclear force. You will get 2 marks. Next question will be, distinguish between fundamental units and derived units. Okay, now we can write here the answer for this will be, fundamental units are the independent of other units, where derived units are derived from the fundamental units. That's all related question also you can write. For that 2 marks will be awarded. Next question will be, what do you have different units for the same physical quantity? Okay, so for this answer will be, the physical quantity possess wide range of magnitudes, hence we need different units for different ranges. Example, mg, milligram, gram, kg, etc. for mass, whereas for length, millimeter, centimeter, meter, kilometer, etc. are due to the different measuring system of units. Example, CGS and FPS and MKS systems. So relatively you can write this one or this one. You will get the 2 marks will be awarded for this. Next question will be the problem related. Problem is given, if P bar is equal to 2i plus 4j plus 14k bar, Q bar is equal to 4i 4j or 10k bar, then find the magnitude of P plus Q. So simple, the answer will be simply adding those 2 vectors, you will get this one. So if you magnitude means square root of 6 square, 8 square, 24 square. So you will get root 676, that is 26 units. You will get for the substitution 1 mark, final answer 1 mark. Okay, next question number 5. We cannot open or close the door by applying force at the hinge. Why? For this, the answer will be like this. The torque tau is equal to force into perpendicular distance. If you are applying the force at the hinge, means R is 0. So the torque tau is equal to 0. There is no turning effect. We cannot open or close the door by applying the force at the hinge. So this one you can write are related to this simply by writing the tau is equal to Fs sine theta. If theta is 0, like that also you can write. No problem. Okay. Relatively, these are related to this. Any you can write. You will get the 2 marks. Next, is it necessary that mass should be present? Any mass should be present at the center of mass of any system? That is the question. So for this answer, simply you can write no. No. Again, you can write the question. No, the mass should be present at the center of mass of any system. So you better to write an example also. Uniform ring, circular, uniform ring, uniform bangle. Those are the best examples where mass will not present but center of mass will exist. So another will be the seventh question, that is when does a real gas behaves like an ideal gas. So you can write HTLP. So that is HTLP, already you remember this, huh? So at a low pressure and high temperature, real gas behaves like an ideal gas. This is very common question. Next question, eighth question will be, eighth question will be given, give an expression for the excess pressure of the soap bubble or air. There is a question. So this is in the surface tension topic. You can write better to the formula P is equal to 4T by R or 4S by R. S or T is nothing but surface tension symbols. You better to write the names also. So R is the radius of the sphere, spherical bubble, the spherical soap bubble. DRS is the surface tension. P already you know the excess pressure. Next question number 9. This is also a small problem. Very famous problem, repeated problems. The two forces of magnitudes 3 units, 5 units with angle 60 degrees each other. What is the magnitude of the resultant? This is according to the parallelogram law of vectors. Resultant R is equal to root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. Substituting the values 3 square, 5 square, 2 into 3 into 5 into cos 60 is 1 by 2. 2 gets cancelled, 3 5 is 15. You will get 49 root. Then you will get the 7 units. So for this substitution, the formula will be avoided 1 mark. For substitution, result will be given 1 mark. Yeah. So that is about the question number 9. Question number 10 will be given here. If a bomb at rest explodes into two pieces, the pieces must travel in opposite directions. Explain. So for this simple answer, according to the law of conservation of linear momentum, m1 v1 plus m2 v2 is equal to 0, or m1 v1 is equal to minus m2 v2. So according to the law of conservation of, you will get 1 mark. For the remaining substitution, this minus indicates the speed after explosion. The pieces will move in the opposite direction. That's what we write here. Negative sign indicates the two pieces move in the opposite directions after explosion. Okay, relevant answer also can write, no problem. So next, what happens to the coefficient of friction if the weight of the body is doubled? So this is in the friction topic. That is coefficient of friction, as you know, the formula mu is equal to frictional force by normal reaction. So if the weight of the body is doubled, that is doubled, frictional force also N is doubled, then frictional force F is also doubled. Therefore mu does not change, or no change you can simply write. So better to write total, otherwise no change also will be awarded marks. Next will be the question number 12. Express unified atomic mass unit in kg. This is the direct question. 1 AMU is equal to 1.67 into 66 into 10 power minus 27 kgs. 2 marks, direct question. Next question number 13. So by spinning eggs on the top of it and a tabletop, how will you distinguish the hard boiled egg from the raw boiled egg? So how can we distinguish? So this is according to the law of conservation of angular momentum. I1 omega 1 is equal to I2 omega 2. I1 is the nothing but the moment of inertia. Omega is the angular velocity. If I and omega are inversely proportional to each other, so boiled egg having less moment of inertia. So less moment of inertia, more angular momentum. Then more moment of inertia for the I2, then it will have less angular velocity. That means you can write simply the boiled egg has less moment of inertia than raw egg. Hence boiled egg rotates with a greater angular velocity than the boiled egg. Simple answer for this will be. You will be awarded for this will be 2 marks. Yeah. Next question will be simple question. That is what is Magnus effect? So Magnus effects means this will be in the aerodynamic lift, that is in the chapter thermal properties of fluids. So Magnus effect, when the spinning ball in the air fluid, the dynamic lift due to the spinning is called Magnus effect, or simply related to the answer you can write, no problem. Okay, next last question, 15th question will be given here. What state Dalton's law of partial pressure? Simple. So for the mixture of non-reactive ideal gases, the total pressure is equal to sum of partial pressures in the each gas. Or simply you can write P is equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus dash dash dash. You have to mention the P1, P2, P3 are the pressures of the individual gases, and P is the effective pressure. Then you will get the total full marks 2. I think according to this question paper, each and every student will get 100%, that is 20 by 20. Next will be the given section B. In the section B, 4 marks questions are given. So the question number 16 will be, this is from totally how many questions will be given here? Totally 14 questions will be given. You have to write only 6. So first question, explain the advantages and disadvantages of the friction. So you can write your own, no problem. So like this they are giving the some topics. Advantages: walking is not possible without friction, or simply you can write walking is possible with friction. Okay. Brakes of vehicles working with friction. Okay. Nut and bolts holding the surface due to the friction. Any 2 points you can write, will get 2 marks. So what are the disadvantages? So disadvantages means due to the friction, wear and tear of the machinery parts increases and the life of the machines will be decreases. Here next point number 2, heat is generated due to the friction, or simply unwanted heat is generated in the machine, results the power loss. Next will be that due to the friction energy is lost and hence reduces its efficiency also reduces. This any from these 3, any 2 you can write, or related also you can write. So question number 17, this is what is escape velocity, obtain the expression for this. So you better to write. For the definition will be given 1 mark. Okay, sorry I'm mistaken. The next 17th question will be given here. Show that the trajectory of an object thrown at a certain angle with a horizontal is parabola. You can refer from my previous questions, YouTube channel. In my channel you can check the topic here. So next, what is escape velocity, obtain the expression for it. So this also you can check from this. So escape velocity definition will be 1 mark awarded. So what is the definition? The minimum velocity required for an object to reach infinity, that is to escape from the gravitational pull of attraction of earth, is called the escape velocity. Simple. So for this derivation you can check from my previous questions. Next 19th question. So 19th question will be, explain the Celsius Fahrenheit scales of the temperatures, obtain the relation between the Celsius and Fahrenheit scales. So this is also you can check. Celsius scale means the temperature of the freezing point. In this scale, the temperature of the freezing point of water is taken at the lower fixed point, that is 0 degrees centigrade, and boiling point of water is upper fixed point, that is 100 degrees centigrade at the atmospheric pressure. So we can fix the upper and lower fixed point by using the formula scale minus LFP by UFP minus LFP is equal to constant. So you can apply for the Fahrenheit scale also. Fahrenheit scale lower fixed point is 32 and upper is 212. Substituting this, you will get C minus 0 by 100 minus 0 is equal to F minus 32 by 212 minus 32, or simply C by 100 is equal to F minus 32 by 180. So, or you can think some more simplification, you will get C by 5 is equal to F minus 32 by 9. So that is our final formula. Final answer for this will be C by 5 is equal to F minus 32 by 9. Simple derivation. So that is about it. Next question number 20. So using the parallelogram of vectors, derive an expression for the magnitude and direction of the resultant vector. So for this diagram will be given 1 mark. Derivation of magnitude resultant vector will be 2 marks. Direction, only lastly you have to drive direction, 1 mark. If you want the direction, you will lose 1 mark. That is important, you have to remember, because they ask the magnitude and the direction also. Next question number 21. So this is also one of the easy question. A bird holds a fruit in its beak and flies parallel to the ground. It lets go of the fruit at some height. Describe the trajectory of the fruit as it falls to the ground as seen by the bird, by the person in the ground. So this will be explained in easy way. That is, simple answer for this will be given here. That is, a bird flies parallel to the ground, so the velocity of the bird is horizontal direction, hence the trajectory of the fruit. Number A, according to the bird, it is a straight line in the downward direction. According to the person, it is a parabola. Parabola. Next question will be given. So direct question, that is mod A bar plus B bar is equal to mod A bar minus B bar. Prove that the angle between the A bar and B bar is 90 degrees. This is also simple derivation like this. So mod A bar plus B bar is equal to mod A bar minus B bar. So you can take out the magnitudes of these two squares, roots cancelled, and a square b square cancelled. Simply take out this 4ab cos theta is equal to 0, cos theta is equal to 0, theta is equal to 90. That's all for this. 4 marks will be given. So very easy. Next question will be the 23rd question. 23rd question will be given here. Yeah, like this. Can the velocity of an object be in the one direction other than the direction of the acceleration of the object? So give an example. So this is also a simple answer. That is like this. As the velocity of an object be in the one direction, in the direction other than the direction of the acceleration of the object. In case of a vertically projected body, at an angle of an angle between the velocity and the acceleration is 180 degrees. During the journey of direction, the velocity is upward and direction is downward. Simply you can write relevant also. If an object is projected vertically upwards, if you observe, velocity will be in the vertically direction, acceleration will be in the downward direction. Simply you can write like this. For this, yes means 2 marks. Remaining explanation with example means 2 marks. Total will be 4 marks. Next question will be given. State the laws of rolling friction. Also direct question. Laws. 5 is there. Any 4 you can write. We'll get 4 marks. Number 1. Rolling friction is directly proportional to the normal reaction. Fr proportional to n. Fr is equal to mu r n. Rolling friction is slightly lesser than the static and kinetic friction. Number 2. 3. Rolling friction is inversely proportional to the radius of the body. Ring sphere while moving in the contact surface gets slightly deformed. Jara sappada buddhi. Area of contact is less, so rolling friction is less. So 24 that one. So what is the 25? 25 will be given. Define angular velocity omega. Derive v is equal to r omega. This is also simple. When definition will be 1 mark, derivation will be for 3 marks. So definition means simply rate of change of angular displacement of the particle is called the angular velocity. Simply you can write omega is equal to limit delta t tends to 0 delta theta by delta t, which is nothing but that small value is equal to big value delta theta by dt theta by dt. So derivation means you can write ds, already you know that from this diagram ds is equal to r d theta, or differentiate with the dt, ds by dt, d theta by dt, r. ds by dt is another velocity, linear velocity. D theta by dt means angular velocity. So you will get v is equal to r omega. You can write better to v bar is equal to omega bar cross r bar. This is also you can write for impression point of view without cutting the marks. Next question number 25. Yeah, this one 25. Next 26 will be given. What is geostationary satellites? State its uses. That easy question. So simply the answer for this will be the satellite whose time period of rotation is 24 hours and the rotation along the direction of the rotation of the earth in the equatorial plane is called geostationary satellite. So uses I can write: study the upper layers of the atmosphere, forecast the changes in the atmosphere, know the shape and size of the earth, identify the minimal minerals, natural resources present inside the surface of the earth, transmit the TV program in distinct places. Any 3 you can write, you will get 4 marks. Definition for 1 mark, 3 uses 3 marks. Total will be 4 marks. So very easy. Next 27th question. State and explain the first law of thermodynamics. So first law of thermodynamics: heat supplied to the system is equal to the sum of increase in internal energy du and external work done dw by it. You can write this mathematically: dq is equal to du plus dw, but dw is equal to pdv. You can write pdv. nr dt also you can write. So you can write dq is equal to du plus dw pdv. If the system does some work without supplying the heat energy, then you can write dq is equal to 0. Then du plus pdv is equal to pdv is equal to minus u. So internal energy is negative, that is du is equal to minus pdv. So decrease in internal energy equal to the external work done by the system. So for this 1 mark will be given. For this mathematical derivation 1 mark. Remaining this part will be given 2 marks. Are relevant to this, you can write sign conventions also. No problem. So this is our answer given by the board. Okay, next 28th. This is also very easy question. You can see from my previous questions. That is describe the behavior of the wire under gradually increasing load. For this diagram will be Given 1 mark, diagram is must, strain, stress. Explanation will be 3 marks. You have to mention these all the points with explanation. Okay, board will be given like this with explanation. That is proportionality limit, elastic limit, permanent set, yielding point, tensile point, breaking point, etc. So for this 3 marks. Definition diagram 1 mark. Next, last question for this will be compare the isothermal and adiabatic process. That means you can write the differences between the adiabatic and isothermal process. So 4 points will be given 4 marks. Already you know this. You can check from my videos. So isothermal adiabatic process. Okay. So this is the paper 29. So next will be the long answer questions will be given here. So first long answer question, 4 questions will be given. You have to write only 250 marks choice. So the first question will be develop the notations of the work kinetic energy, show that it leads to the work energy theorem. So notations. So how the marks will be avoided for this? Look at this. Notations on the work 1 mark. Notations on kinetic energy 1 mark. Work energy theorem 4 marks. Problem will be avoided 2 marks. In the problem, if you won't write units means you will lose 1 mark obviously. So this will be like this. Work definition, kinetic energy definition, work energy theorem, and power formula you can use. Work by time mgh plus half mv square. You can get the 15 kilowatts. So if you use g in place of g, if you use 10, you will get that one. Otherwise you will get this one. So you better to write finally units should be right. Unit should be present. Without unit means you will lose 1 mark. Next, question number 31. That is question number 31 is show that the motion of the simple pendulum is simple harmonic and hence derive the equation of the time period. What is seconds pendulum? Already you can get the from my videos, you can check it easily. So for this the diagram will be given 1 mark, derivation will be 6 marks, and seconds pendulum definition will be 1 mark. So seconds pendulum is the time period, the pendulum whose time period is 2 seconds. So next question number 32. State and explain Newton's law of cooling. State the conditions under which the Newton's law of cooling will be applicable. So for this definition 2 marks. Derivation 2 marks. Limitations 2 marks. Problem will be given only 2 marks. So problem will be given 2 marks. For that problem the answer will be simply 28.33. So this will be checked from my previous problems, IPE problems. In that problems this question will be there. Next, last question is what are the collisions? Explain the possible types of collisions. Develop the theory of one-dimensional elastic collision. This is direct question. So for this definition will be 1 mark. Explanation for the possible collisions 2 marks. Derivation will be 5 marks like this. Okay. Definition: interaction between the bodies which involves exchange of momenta is called collision. Types of collision: elastic, inelastic collision. So possible collisions, that is 2 marks. Definition 1 mark. Next, derivation will be there. For the derivation we will get 5 marks. So simply this is the derivation. Already you can check from our previous one. Finally after derivation you have to